Excited to get started with you guys today. Again, we're going to be talking about the basics in CompanyCam. So photos, projects, and organization to kick off the new year. So we've got a big team here today. We've got success managers, we've got mid-market folks, we got support, all really excited to hopefully, teach you something new. And this class is 40 minutes. So I really highly encourage you to pull out your phone and follow along if you can. I'll try and go as slow as possible, but also, as you can see on the agenda, we've got a lot to cover. So going into our agenda here, we're going to be talking again about the organization. So your home screen on mobile, what that home screen on the desktop looks like, your company feed and maps, so great ways to find photos and projects, assigning projects, archiving those projects, and tags and labels. That's all going to live under the organization there. And then, of course, the camera, the most important part of our software. So taking pictures, leaving descriptions, scanning in some documents, annotating photos before and afters, all really key features here within CompanyCam. And then last, we'll get into a little bit more of the project side. So really sharing those photos out. So how to share a gallery link, timeline link, and then how to collaborate with your subcontractors. So let's go ahead and I'm going to slide over here. So what you guys are looking at right now, I've got my mobile device, so my phone on the left-hand side of the screen. And then on the other side, I have the desktop version of CompanyCam. So if this is the first time you're using it or you're in your first trial, you get access to both. Highly recommend using both. They're absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about your home screen here. So on the mobile side, on the left-hand side, if you guys open your app and scroll all the way down to the bottom, here you have a button that says Edit Home Screen. So this is really important because we all want it to look a little bit different and have things where you like them. So if I hit Edit Home Screen here, you can now customize it. So I have starred projects towards the top. So that's like your favorited projects. This is really great for projects you're working on or go to often. Below that, I have nearby projects, jump back in projects, and my feed. So I have a few turned off as well. You can see team, company feed, and starred people. I recommend just trying some different things. What works for you, you can always recustomize it. And then these dots here on the right-hand side, this just allows you to move them in the order. So the order you see on your screen here is the order that it will be on your phone. So again, for me, if I was doing this, I'd put starred projects up at the top and probably jump back in. That's fantastic. Jump back in is photos or projects that you were just working on. So maybe you're working on it in the morning, you go to lunch, jump back into that project. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about projects. So how to create a project and how to find one. So as you see here on my nearby projects, I have a plus project button. You can also see it under the projects tab. You're going to see this plus project button in a lot of different places on your screen. On the desktop side, that plus button will be here on the left-hand side. So in that dark blue bar, you've got that plus button where you can hit create project. So it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Once you hit create project, it's going to ask you to type in that address. Okay, so we put that here, the project name, address, and then hit create project. Going to be very similar on the mobile side. Once you've created that project, let's go ahead and click into it. Another pro tip that I would recommend is assigning a project. So if you have people in mind, or maybe it's going to be your sales team, your install team, if you want to assign them to a project, it will then notify them. So to assign a project or assign a user to a project, you're going to come over here on the desktop side where it says project users. This is a very mature project. We have people taking photos, people who have already been assigned. So that's why you see 16. On the mobile side, under John Smith, you see these different initials and photos. These are the same users, same sort of thing. So just pointing out where to find that. So go ahead and click into that. So click into project users. Again, on the mobile, I'll click there. And then you'll see the assign users button. So really great to do on the mobile side there, especially if you just get to that job site. You can see I have a few colleagues who've already been assigned to this project. Simply hit assign users. It'll bring up your list here. Click the name and hit assign user. So again, the benefit of this is for them to get notified about it. And when I talk about notifications, that's right here. So you can see I have 4 notifications. Somebody commented on my photos, things like that. I can hit that tab button for assigned, and then I'll be able to see all those projects I'm assigned to. And again, just being notified about it is the best. Okay. While we're still on this project site here, let's talk about archiving projects. So you don't want to delete them, but you want to get them out of your main view there. So we brought our archiving feature into CompanyCam. To archive a project is pretty simple to do. You're going to go ahead and click on your 3 dots here up at the top on the project. It's going to be the same on the mobile, 3 dots. And then you'll see archive project. So if I click that, it will take me to, it will move this project into the archive tab. You'll see here up at the top, it will say who archived that and when. And then of course, if you would like to unarchive that, you can do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and unarchive that. But I'm going to navigate back to my projects tab then. So I'm going to hit projects here. I'm back on my home screen within CompanyCam. This is where we were when we started out. And you can see there is that archive tab. So I can click there. And again, here are all my projects that I've archived over time. On the mobile site here, I'm on my home screen here. Down at the bottom, you can see that little home icon. If I click the double photo here, this is moving over to my company feed. Same sort of thing. I'm under my projects, all projects, and then that's where you'll see that archived projects tab. So again, a big question people ask is how do you get to that company feed on mobile? You're probably on your home tab here on the left-hand corner. Just simply click on the 2 photos and you'll be in your company feed. Okay, let's move into tags and labels. So when we onboard customers, this is something that we get people going with right away. You want to be organizing your projects, organizing your photos, because once you start adding a lot, you want to be able to find them quickly and know what's going on. So let's start with labels. So labels are what you see here, these colorful little squares. So this is kind of like our folder system. So being able to filter for that label and find that project. A really common use case is status of project. So if it's active, if it's sold or lost lead, you can see I have some of those on this project specifically. So I'm going to show you first the benefit of how labels work and how you can filter for them. Then I'll show you how to apply it. So I'm in my desktop site here. Here's that filter button. So I'm going to hit filter projects, and down here is where I have labels. So my favorite one, again, is active. I'm going to go ahead and hit that, apply filter, and then it's going to pull my projects that have that. So you can see I only have one. So this is kind of the end result, how that works. On the mobile side, you can do the exact same thing. You're going to slide over to that project feed. You're under your projects here. Make sure we're on all projects. And then that same filter tab will be down here in the bottom right corner. So you'll see filter projects, you've got your labels, and then you can do the exact same thing. Hit active, save, and then it will pull those projects. So applying this label now, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's get back into our windows and citing. Perfect. So to apply that label so you can go and filter for it later, simply click into the project. And then right here, if it's the first time, it will say add labels. You might already have a few. Just go ahead and click on one here. And this is where you can search for your labels. You can also create a label by hitting create label in the bottom left corner. Managers and admins, you'll have the ability to create these. Standard users, you can only just use them, if that makes sense. So go ahead and click on 2025. I had that one created here by my team. Hit save, and then it will add that to your account. Same here on the mobile. Again, just click on it here, do the exact same thing. Okay, so that's labels, and then we also have tags. So tags work in a very similar way. They just live on the photo side. So for example, I want to filter for all of my before photos from 2023 maybe. So I could create a tag that I can apply to my photos that says before, if that makes sense. So it's going to be very similar where you can filter for that tag within the project. So here, if we click before, now I can filter for that tag within this project. So if you apply a tag to a project and to a photo in that project, it will put it here. So they're very easy to see. You don't have to do that, of course, but it does make it pretty easy for you to find those photos. Same on the mobile side here. If I click into all of my photos, I can hit that filter button, tags, and then do the exact same thing. Find all of my before photos. Okay, so that's the value of it. So how do you create a tag? A few ways to do this. So if you click into a photo here, you're going to see add tags in the top right corner. So we have one for marketing, which is a perfect example. I want to use this one for my website. So I can maybe add another one here. Let's call this a before photo. So all I'm doing is typing this in. You'll see you can manage your tags, save tags. You can type in new things here, hit save, and then it applies a tag to that photo. On the desktop side, you can also apply this like in bulk. So if you want to select all of these from May 13th, all I did was just click next to Friday, May 13th, and then you've got this actions tab up at the top where you can then hit tag and do the exact same thing. So let's tag those before. So something to play around with. Again, the tags is just being able to find those photos right away. Maybe you're standing with a customer and want to show them all your before photos. That's a really common use case there. On the mobile side, of course, you can filter for those tags. Just get into all your photos there, hit that filter button up at the top, and then you can also do the same thing, filter for that tag, hit save, and there you go. And the best part is also you can do this with all of your photos. So if I drop down to the photo tab, I can do that exact same thing. I can filter for all of my before photos out of my entire company feed. Any questions about tags and labels? Okay, fantastic. We'll keep moving along then. Okay, we're going to jump into our camera part of CompanyCam. So the most important part, you guys want to take your photos through CompanyCam because they upload in real time to that specific project. So again, if this is kind of new for you guys, or if you're training new employees, you want to go ahead and create that project, and then we're going to click into the project. And this is where you'll see that camera button down at the bottom. So we're going to be primarily on the mobile side now. So I'm going to go ahead and just click that camera icon and just kind of point out a few things here. So you can see I have that open now, so I can take photos. Really easy to do, pretty fast. Again, these are uploading in real time into that specific project. A few other things I want to point out here. Your screen might look a little bit different than mine. This is a newer version of our screen that we'll be rolling out here this winter. If yours looks a little bit different, you might not have this tray at the bottom. That's okay. This is also where you're going to slide to video and then, of course, our dual camera mode. So it might just say camera, video instead of just having the icons. So if I click this icon here, it's going to take me to my video side of CompanyCam. So just hit that button. It might just be a red circle for you, and you can see I'm taking video here to store within that CompanyCam project. As far as length goes, it depends on what plan you're on. You guys can always go to your billing page and see what that looks like for you. And then last here is our dual camera mode, or I'm sorry, our scan mode. So you guys are able to scan in documents and have those saved within CompanyCam. Really common to do this with receipts. So it says it's looking for a document here, so you can just hover over that receipt. It scans. If you need to make any adjustments here, you can, or just simply hit save. And then it takes you right back to that camera mode. Okay, let's talk a little bit about adding descriptions to these photos that you're taking. So a few ways that we can do this. One thing that we brought out is our quick caption. So again, how it looks on my screen might be a little bit different than yours, but this is a really great way to add context to your photos. And what I mean by that is adding different words and details about what's going on. So then we can add this into a report later, maybe into some of our AI actions. We have other classes on that. But getting your guys trained and adding descriptions to photos is going to save you a lot of time and energy. So while I'm on my camera here, when I take some photos, a button might pop up that says add description, or for me, I'm going to have describe. Again, this is a little bit different here. Oh, let's try that again. Make sure we adjust the table in the office. Okay, so again, what that's doing is pulling up that speech to text, and you can do that right within the camera. So we call this our quick caption. When you take a photo and it says add a description, just simply click that button or hit the describe button here, or describe icon, I should say. And as you can see, it's listening to what I'm saying, and it's going to be typing out that description within the photo. And then just simply hit done, and then move on to taking more photos. If you guys would like to do this with photos you've already taken, you can do that. So I'm going to show you here when I click on a photo, you can see that description that pulled up. I was talking to you guys when I had that microphone turned on, but you can imagine that this would be able to put in some measurements, what's going on with this photo, maybe where some damage is. You guys get the point. So if you hit the edit button here in the top right corner, I can adjust this. So we definitely don't want that on here. So let's just go ahead and erase all of that. And maybe I'm on a roof, it's really hot or something. I don't want to start typing. In the bottom right corner, you've got that microphone icon. So if I turn that on and say, make sure we adjust the table in the office before tomorrow. Hit save, and that description again will then save with that photo. So point of the story is you can do this from the camera, and you can do this after the fact when you've taken a photo. You can also type this out if you want. If you just click on it, your keyboard pops up and you can write out that context. Any questions? Okay, perfect. All righty, so we talked about our documents here. Let's go over to our dual camera mode. So again, this is going to be available on our premium side of CompanyCam. So when you click on your photo here and you slide over to your video, you might need to slide one more that says video walkthrough or dual camera mode. We are changing the title of that, so it will be dual camera mode. This little icon here is going to be where you turn that on. So the dual camera mode is where you can turn on your front facing camera, and you've got, of course, your rear camera here to take the video. So fantastic for internal use, or even for marketing. I've seen a lot of these on TikTok, which is super fun. So you just simply hit the button. And again, this is going to be for video only. I can walk around the office here, talk about what I need to do, hit done, and then you've got your video there. So dual video mode will be within CompanyCam here. Again, hang tight as we're kind of changing things around, but just want to make sure you guys knew that it is an option on different plans here, and just a really great way for marketing. Okay, moving right along, let's talk about annotating some photos. So this is, again, kind of our bread and butter of CompanyCam. We've had this for a long time, marking up a photo to explain what's going on within CompanyCam. So I'm going to go ahead and open a photo here on both sides. And let's go ahead and edit this photo. So where you see this squiggly line, top left here where it says edit photo, and then at the bottom, we've got the squiggly line right here, right next to the tag icon. So let's click both of these. And so now it pulls up your toolbar so I can drop some words, some pictures, things like that. So my favorite, I always use the circle one here. I just simply clicked on it and it drops it right on your photo. From there, you can move it around the screen. So this white circle here, just click on that, allows you to move it around, place it where you like it. Right here, the T, that stands for text. So if I want to leave text with this right away, right next to that, the double icon there, that's just duplicating that. So if you're leaving a lot of these, you can just simply hit that and duplicate it. And then, of course, the last one is the trash icon. Of course, we've got a lot of cool other things. We've got some arrows here that allow you to zoom in on certain things. You can just add text how it is. That's with that big T right here. So maybe want to say this is damaged. So let's put that right there. Maybe I need to do some measuring. Again, I'm going to measure on my own. And then if I hit that T again, we do have it built out for you where we can put it the feet in inches. So, we can put that as however we want it. So this isn't going to measure for you, but it does allow you to put the measurements in and have it look nice. Okay, so you can go ahead and save this then. Of course, if you want the original, you can always duplicate a photo and have the original as well. So, or if you ever need to download these, you can download original photos and modified. So Just want to make sure you guys knew that was an option. The last one of my favorites under our stickers, is your company logo. So again, depending on what plan you are, some of you have access to this, some of you might not. Go ahead and click on the sticker, and then if your logo is loaded in, it will populate here up at the top. If you are a premium user and you're not seeing this, we just need to get your logo added under your company settings. Definitely something that you can find on our website or a help site on how to do. Okay, once you have it how you like it, just go ahead and hit that check mark button. I'm gonna hit save on the mobile side, and then all those annotations will save with the photos. All right, let's talk a little bit about before and after photos. So again, a feature we've had forever within CompanyCam. So a few different ways that we can do this. So the best one is going to be doing this photo live. So I've got my photos here. And let's say this is my before photo, okay? I took this photo, this is before we started the project. And now I want to take my after photo. The job is complete. So step one, get into your project and your photos. Step two would be to select that before photo and then hit these three dots in the bottom right corner. And now it says take after photo. So by hitting take after photo, it turns on our after camera. So as you can see, you have kind of like this ghost layer. So you can go ahead and line these up, snap this here, and it will create that nice before and after template. So this will default to the one that you use often. I always use this one, so it pops up first. It's got my logo in it. It has before and it has after. These are also automatically tagged before and after, which is fantastic. And then of course, depending if it's landscape or whatever kind of photo it is, you can adjust how you want that template to look. So all of those will live here down at the bottom. Okay, simply hit save and you're good to go. It even prompts you to share the photo out, put it on your Facebook or something, or if you want to go ahead and make another. So if you guys can do it in real time, again, and hit those three dots and take after photo, that's perfect. But we also realize that that's not always a reality. And maybe you need to do these back in the office where you're selecting a before photo and you're selecting an after photo. They took it, just regular. They weren't using the after camera. So it's going to be a very similar process. Just go ahead and click on that before photo, three dots, and then right under that take after photo, you have choose after photo. So hit choose. So you can see we already picked the before. Now we need to choose our after. So let's select this one. Perfect. Choose. And it's going to do the exact same thing for you. Create that template. You've got your before and you've got your after. The only thing I did was I just selected it instead of taking it in real live time. Office admins, if you're doing this for your guys, really easy to do on the desktop side. It's going to be very similar. Just go ahead and select that before photo. Actions. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Select your after and then hit create before and after photo. So mobile desktop, pretty easy to use. Again, you can pull your logo in and it automatically tags that as before and after. So if you just want to filter for all your before and after photos, you can do that because it's tagged. Alrighty, moving right along, we've got a few more things here. So let's talk about sharing photos. So sharing a gallery, it's really easy to do and a great way to keep people in the loop of things. So homeowners or third parties, send them a gallery link. So on the mobile site here, let's start there. You're in your project. Let's go ahead and click into all of our photos here. And then you've got this create share button in the top left corner. So if I hit create and share, down here, I have share gallery of selected photos, share gallery of all photos. So it's exactly what it means there. So if you want to share gallery of selected photos, it will allow you to then select the ones that you would like. I only want to share a few with my customer, and then simply hit that arrow in the bottom right corner. It's going to ask you, do you want to include details of who, when, and where each photo was taken? It's always a great idea. Hit yes, and then it's going to prompt you to send this out. So it creates a nice little gallery for you in the form of a link. You can see I'm using an iPhone here, and so this is what it will look like. iPhone, Android is similar. I've got that link up here, and then I can simply text that out, attach it in an email, or I'm sorry, link that in an email. And and it will go out the door. So again, you don't have to have a CompanyCam account to view a gallery link. Again, great way to share with people because they can just click on the link and they'll be able to see all the photos. So I'll show you here on the desktop side, it's going to be very similar. I can select those photos, hit share, gallery, same question, include who, when, and where, get that link to gallery. So this is what that's going to look like. That's exactly what you saw on the mobile as well. So you can copy this, push it straight to Facebook, pop it in an email. If people want to view that right away, you can. So this is what the receiving end will see. They'll click on the link and they'll see those photos. And if they want to download them, they can also do that. So this is important to note that it's a one-time link. So the photos you select are the photos that they're going to get. This isn't going to update in real time or anything. This is our gallery link. If you are wanting to share a link with a customer, maybe at the beginning of a job, so they can get photos in real time through a link, that's going to be our timeline link. So it's going to be a similar process where you click on all your photos, create and share, and then this is where you'll see share project timeline link. So this is a one-time thing that you share with this project. We have customers do this all the time at the beginning. So they send them this link, and then every time they click on it, they'll see those photos rolling in as you are adding them into your CompanyCam account. Great way to keep people within the loop. Same thing here on the desktop side, just simply hit share timeline link, and you'll be able to send that out. Alrighty, last agenda item here, we're going to talk about our collaborators. So if you guys work with subcontractors that aren't within your CompanyCam account, this is a really great way to invite them to a project. It's going to be to a single project where they can add in photos, view photos, and comment back and forth. So this one has a little bit more information to it. So I'm going to navigate over here. Can you guys see my screen with the help site? Okay, perfect. So this is just companycam.com/help. This is our help site. You guys can literally type in keywords and find what you're looking for. But this just has more information on really how our collaborators work. We realize there are a lot of questions around that. And so I just want to point you guys here to understand that a little bit better. But the kind of the gist or the high level overview, on each project on the right-hand side, there's a button that says collaborators. And so this is where you can invite a company to collaborate. So again, this is inviting somebody outside of your account. They are not an internal user. So I'm going to invite that company to collaborate. They have to set up a profile, their own profile for their own company. They can be on our basic plan if they would like to, see this project, add in photos and comments. So the goal is just to be able to know what's going on within this project. If it's maybe your plumber, your electrician, they have their own CompanyCam account, we can take those two and connect them. So hit invite a company to collaborate. You just send them this link and then it walks them through the steps of what they need to do to get access to this project. So again, this is going to be project by project, just for security purposes. We don't want them to see other things. They're just invited to this project to add photos. So again, come here to our help page to find out a little bit more information, or we can connect you with your success manager to answer more questions around collaborators. Okay, that is our last agenda item. We've got a few more minutes here. So any initial questions? Okay, perfect. We're gonna, of course, keep this open for a little bit longer. If more questions roll in here, our team is typing away. So I'm gonna go over to this resource page here. I talked a lot about our support team today. They are awesome. They are a real team, and you can chat with them at any time. You can also email them at support@companycam.com. So within CompanyCam, you're gonna see chat with support here down at the bottom. Oh, my screen is not letting me do that. Okay. It'll say chat with support, and then it's going to ask you a few questions like, what do you need? Things like that. It may ask you 2 prompts, and then it will connect you with a real rep. So click on that, use them to, as much as you want there to answer your questions. We also have Spanish articles here. So navigate here, some how-to videos, things like that. Here's that website for that. We have other classes that we have done, so you can watch those at companycam.com/classes. That will be right here. We also have a YouTube channel. We try to push out as much content as possible for you guys. Help site, I talked about that earlier as well. Type in keywords, find what you're looking for. And then last, but you have success managers. So that's what I am, and a lot of us in this room. So everybody has a dedicated person to do more training for you, talk about some billing things, things like that. So if you'd like to get connected to your person, success@companycam.com, go ahead and email that and we'll get you connected to them, again, to help with some training, or if you have some general questions, definitely reach out to your account manager about all of that. And then last here, a plug for our upcoming classes. So we've got a webinar next. So go ahead and sign up for that on January 29th. We have another mobile class. So we do mobile mobile and desktop classes every single month. So you can watch recordings or just sign up for a live one. This is really great for new people coming in, or if you just want a refresher here. So February 5th is that one. And then we've got 5 things in CompanyCam to set yourself up for a productive year. That will be February 12th. So go ahead and get registered, register your team. It is recorded. It will be sent to you if you can't make it. That's the best part. So companycam.com/classes. I'm going to slide back to this one here just so you guys have those resources. And we'll keep this open a little bit longer, but just wanted to thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. Keep coming to our classes. It's a great way to learn, and hope to see you again in the future.